Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is SHAIDATUL HAMZIRAH, your moderator for today. So today we will be discussing an important topic titled The Lucky and Unlucky Moments in Life. So before we get to the main part, let me introduce our panelists for today. So next to my right is Miss Sophia as panel 1 and next to her is Miss Intan as panel 2. Next to my left is Miss ZURIN as panel 3. So before we get to the questions, I would like to share with all of you the concept of luck. Personally, I like to think that luck is fate because luck is something that happens by chance, either good or bad, without any control or reason. Now, I would like to ask Miss Sophia, do you believe in luck and could you share your luckiest moment in life?
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. In my opinion, I do believe in luck. The reason I believe in luck is that I think every person has had their fate decided before they were born. Therefore, everything that happened must be part of the luck that has been destined for them. For me, the luckiest moment in my life have been when I was blessed with good friend who taught me the meaning of sincerity in friendship. Having such a strong bond with someone who was once just a stranger feels so comforting. I feel truly happy because nowadays it is hard to find a true friend who can accept us for who we truly are. I am really grateful. Furthermore, the benefit I have gained from having good friends are that I feel more confident with myself as I am surrounded by a supportive environment.
Thank you, Miss Sophia, for such a meaningful story. Now, I would like to ask Miss Intan, do you have some luckiest moment in your life?
Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My luckiest moment in life was when I met a kind-hearted old man. When I was 18 years old, I had an accident due to my carelessness. I was driving when suddenly my car went out of control. I remember hitting something hard and then everything went quiet. I quickly got out of my car and saw an old man lying on the street. I ran up to him and asked if he was okay. Fortunately, he didn't suffer any serious injury but just some minor bleeding. Later, I took him to the hospital for a checkup. After everything settled down, I apologized to the old man and offered to pay for the damage. However, he kindly declined and said that he was okay and there was nothing to worry about. I'm very thankful to have met such a person and very also lucky to have survived from that car accident. Overall, I learned that something happened just to remind us to always be grateful and be kind to others.
Thank you, Miss Intan, for sharing your story. That was very touching. Now, I will be asking Miss Zurin. Since the other two panelists have shared their luckiest moment, I would like to know if there have been any unluckiest moment in your life.
Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Yes, there have been some unlucky moments in my life, but there is one that stands out as the unluckiest, and I remember it to this day. My unluckiest moment was missing the bus during a due to traffic jams on my way to the station. At that time, I was studying in high school far from home, so I had to stay at a hostel. It was a busy week since it was approaching and everyone was trying to get a bus ticket to go to their hometowns. I managed to purchase one. On the day I was supposed to ride the bus home, I overslept. When I woke up, it was almost noon, the time I was supposed to be on the bus. I rushed to the station, but it seemed like luck was not on my side that day. The roads were so busy, I ended up arriving at station 30 minutes later. I was devastated because it was just 3 days away and all the bus tickets had already been sold out. Disappointed, I returned to my hostel. As expected, I ended up celebrating it at the hostel with other students who couldn't go home. I was a bit disappointed. I was disappointed, but I was okay because I went back home on the 30th day of it. What I learned from this experience is that I should always be early not not waste any time because, as the saying goes, time is gold. Since that day, I always made sure to be on time so that incident like this won't happen again.
Thank you for the story, Miss Zurin. Now, I would like to ask Miss Sophia, based on your experience, what are your thoughts on luck? Do you believe that luck is random?
Based on my own experience, I do not think that luck is random. I strongly believe that luck is something that has been destined for us. As for me, I believe that meeting wonderful friend is the luck that was meant for me.
Thank you for your answer, Miss Sophia. Now, I will ask Miss Intan. What is your opinion on that? Do you also think that luck is destined?
I slightly disagree with Miss Sophia. For me, I think luck is something that happen by coincidentally. I believe that any event that occurs must have an outcome that seem to happen by chance. The situation is completely random and could happen to anyone depending on their luck.
Thank you for the answer, Miss Intan. Now, Miss Zurin, what is your opinion on that? Do you think we create our own luck?
I agree with both Miss Intan and Miss Sophia. Luck can be both random and destined depending on how we choose to view it. However, I do believe we can create our own luck, for example, by working hard to achieve our dreams.
Thank you for the answer, Miss Zurin. I think we all agree with the opinion expressed by Ms. Zurin and others. To conclude, luck can be both random and destined, depending on how individuals view it. Some people say that luck is random, referring to events or outcomes that seem to happen by chance or without any predictable cause. Others say that luck is fate. Nonetheless, we should always be ready and accept whatever happens. That's all from us. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.